Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about a topic I never thought I would get into, and that's a presidential candidate. And the reason why I wanted to lead off by saying I never thought I would actually do it is because I don't intend to vote in 2024. And that's not really what this coming to you about this presidential candidate is really about. It's about seeing the landscape for how the majority views the political landscape. That needs help. It needs an adjustment, some kind of new perspective, a new framing. RFK Jr. I still don't believe I'm going to vote, but I am going to talk about this candidate, not because I want you to consider voting for him or Tulsi Gabbard. The reason that I'm going to be speaking about these individuals is because I believe they are here to help. I do not believe they're scripted. I've met Tulsi Gabbard and I've felt the aloha spirit from her. I've seen it under fire and I've still felt the aloha spirit from her. And RFK, I don't believe everything that comes out of his mouth, and I don't agree with everything that comes out of his mouth. And many people would say, well, that's a safe diplomatic thing to say. Well, I don't believe in everything that they say, but I still do support them. I support him in being a human. I support him in doing what he's doing and following his path in the same way that I support Tulsi. But I am not going to wave a banner around for either of them. I may, though, make a film. I may actually make a mini doc on both of them. I may actually work really hard on helping them not fall into the mistakes that previous candidates have. The number one mistake I want to point out is every single candidate, even people's godly view of Trump, he still was a bully and he still did the same bully tactics that everybody has used in the past, especially on the campaign trail. You poke fun at others, you make other people laugh and roll their eyes at people around you, you do the same to signal to them, and then in your campaign ads, you barely talk about yourself. You point at others and you point out everything that is shameful and hateful about them, and then you end it by saying, I'm blah 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 and I approve this message. RFK, please do not fall into that trap. Politics is such a weird, dirty arena to step into. It's hard not to play dirty when everybody else is playing dirty and you can see that it's a race to the bottom, and this tactic works. And if you really want to make it into office, you might as well sell out and use the dirty tactics. It really, really works. So much more than all of the very mature tactics. Just look at Ron Paul. He was the only one who was making sense of very nonsensical topics. He was the only one talking about the Federal Reserve, a very important topic that nobody else was talking about. He was the only one saying we should just walk our asses out of Afghanistan. And people were like, you can't do that. And he was like, we just walked in. Of course we could just walk out. And still, they did everything they could to destroy him, and it worked. I do not want to see RFK Jr. and I do not want to see Tulsi Gabbard falling into that pit.